the prominent Brexiteer put the ball in Ireland and the European Union's court to erect a hard border between Northern Ireland and the Republic if they pleased. European Union bosses have been adamant that Britain will not be allowed to start trade talks until Brussels' three key issues are met: the so-called divorce bill, EU citizens' rights and the Irish border. Simon Coveney, the Republic's newly appointed Deputy Prime Minister, warned Theresa May, despite seemingly settling two of the three issues, she still has one major hurdle to jump. Speaking to reporters, Mr. Coveney phase 2 Brexit talks cannot begin without credible unstinting of the implications for the Irish border. Sky GETTYBrexit News, Jacob Rees-Mogg says it is up to the EU to impose a hard border on Ireland. It is up to the European Union and the Republic of Ireland if they want to impose their own hard border. Jacob Rees-Mogg. Responding to the Irish politician's comments, Mr. Rees-Mogg told Sky News, the solution was actually set out to the committee by the head of HMRC, on Wednesday, when he said that there was absolutely no need for hard border between the UK and the Republic of Ireland. He could implement government policy and there are declarations that people could make on customs, the same way they do with VAT, and he had no problem with implementing government policy. Therefore, it is up to the European Union and the Republic of Ireland if they wanted to impose their own hard border, but the UK wasn't going to, didn't need to, and there is your solution. Mr. Rees-Mogg added, this is a very straightforward issue and particularly if the UK maintains zero tariffs on the rest of the EU, which I expect it will want to do, then there is very little in the way of customs declarations. Some things are already done on an all-Ireland basis, animal standards are done on an all-Ireland basis, so that is all covered. Mr. Coveney says there is still work to do and we want to be positive in terms of how we approach that, but we will also be insistent on there being no fudge to resolve the border issue. The Irish Deputy Prime Minister added they must give something that is real and credible that allows us to reassure the Irish people over the concerns around the border issue and the protection of the Good Friday Agreement. The Irish border issue could also rock Theresa May's Westminster government, with the DUP threatening to pull out of the deal, keeping the Conservatives in power. Sammy Wilson, the DUP's Brexit spokesman, said any attempt to placate Dublin and the EU could result in the withdrawal of DUP support at Westminster. He said, if there is any hint that, in order to placate Dublin and the EU, they're prepared to have Northern Ireland treated differently than the rest of the United Kingdom, then they can't rely on our vote. They have to recognize that, if this is about treating Northern Ireland differently, or leaving us half in the EU, dragging along behind regulations which change in Dublin, it's not on. Mr. Wilson added, if their support for the Union diminishes, then our support will not be there. Related articles. Jacob Rees-Mogg furious as Brexit bill could be £2.6 in a year. Tory Brexiteers could scupper Brexit deal over divorce bill. Rees-Mogg hits at a biased select committee dominated by Remainers.